Welcome back, you guys, to my deck of TBR. I'm Rusty. This is my only second video that I've posted since I've been back. So bear with me, getting my intros back going like they're supposed to. But again, if you're new here, I'm sorry. I'm a little rusty. My name is Kim. This is Chaos. I should call my channel Chaos Kim because that's what it is a lot of the time. But this is Kim's Book Corner. And it gets a little bit chaotic here, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. So yes, what you're here for, now that that wacky intro is done, is the deck of TBR. I love this game. I've been out of doing this for a while, since my surgery back in February. So this is the first one I've done since probably January. I have been reading. Actually been reading a lot because I've just been free reading off of my Kindle Unlimited service, which was one of my goals this year, was to use that service more often. So I have been doing that. I have purchased a few books here or there, but mostly from my Kindle Unlimited. So I do need to do some recent reads, just kind of recap of what I've been reading. I'm not going to go into a lot of details of, what the books are about, because I don't remember, because it was a lot. I've already met my goal, I will tell you that. But anywho, enough of all of that. Like I said, chaos squirrel moment. So, have my deck going on. I still have not put the cards back in, because I started this mid-year last year, I believe, of 2021. I'm having to stop and think about what year we're in. Yes, so I have not put those cards back in. I need to shuffle them. I will have my notepad here that has what all of the different suits stand for, because I'm rusty on that as well. And then I have my books that I would prefer to choose from that are in my project TBR to be gotten rid of if I don't read them this year, because I'm behind on that as well, which I still need to do an update on. Yeah, so, and then if you're new here, all of my, because you don't see a board back here, all of my suits and stuff are on my phone. I will record them as we go, and you'll see them on screen as I choose. All right, enough of the recaps. All right, so let me shuffle up. And I can't do it in the air because that would be picking up lots of cards, because I'm not that talented. So, yeah. God, it feels good, though, to be back filming and all of that. So, yeah, give it one more good shuffle, and then we will get started. All right. So, move that pen out of the way. If I remember how to do all of this, that would be great. All right, so the first card you will know before I do. It is the Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades. If I can... So let me get that down. I will write that down, and we will pull them. And then let's see what that means, because I don't remember. Some of them have specific, so my face cards, so that is a mood pick. So I don't have to actually, so the Queen of Spades, so any queen card, no matter the suit, is mood picks. So my face cards all have specific cards or things set to them, and then any other spade would be on my phone. I'm getting back in the habit of this. Okay, so I'm starting off, and I think I'm going to do 5. So now I'm starting the month late, and I'm also going on vacation this month, so we will see how that all works out. Alright, so our next card is, again, you will know before I do, this is a king, so let's see what the next, so this is King of Diamonds. So King of Diamond, this is a random color generator, so that's going to be fun. So let me go on my phone. I think I used to have one. Apparently I don't, so I've got to go find one on my phone. I must have it on my iPad that I had it saved, but we will go to Google so you guys get to see all of this. Alright, so now I'm going to, so it started off with this color. I'm going to, if I can get my phone, to screen record, because it's going to take me a moment to remember which one, because like I said, I think it's this one. Nope, wrong one. Alright, there we go. So now my screen is recording. So this was the start screen. It's not randomly choosing. Alright. So hold on. This is not what it's supposed to have done. Hold on. Let me stop that. We'll discard that one since it decided it was not going to play right. I don't want to keep that recording, so this is... Alright. We will try this again. Go back and find a different one. Make sure. Okay, just playing with it to make sure it's gonna play right. Alright, so now I made sure that it's going to play right. So we are going to record my screen. Alright, so we have it on the ivory. And then we are going to come up here, press generate. So we have this kind of single orange color. That is our color of the book I've got to choose. Alright, and we're going to stop. So a book with this kind of orangey red color. So book orange. So let me go find a book with this color and we will come back. So kind of this orange red color on the cover. Alright, so the one that I chose for that red color, the orangey red color, this has it kind of in the title, in the background, in flames, is called Shadows Fall. This is by Diane Sylvan. I think this is a second as part of a series, I think. So I may read both of them. Let's see what this one is about. It says, spread throughout the dark corners of our world lies the shadow world, a society of vampires who feed off the living. In Austin, Texas, one woman must figure out a way to live in both worlds without sacrificing either. Alright, so that's kind of the little blurb at the top. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that sounds very interesting. So a vampire book. So I'm all about that. So I may start with this one. I don't know if this is the first or the second, but I have both. So I may read both because I do have a mood read. So I could possibly do that. So we shall see. So that is at least book 1 out of 2 because I do have a mood read. So I may get that one because I think I have that one as well. Yeah, Shadows Flame. So this is Shadows Flame, but I might put that as the first as my mood read. We'll see. So potentially, again, mood read, this could change, but we'll see. But vampires, she's got a weapon, badass, so that definitely is up my alley. And that would be 2 books off of that shelf. So possibly those would be that. Alright, so there is my first possible 2 books out of 5. Alright, so the next book, again, you will know the card before I do. Here's that, and what do we have? 3 of clubs. So let's write that down. So this is already getting good. Go find my wheels, and it's clubs. So find the club suit. Clubs. All right, pull up. Here we go. Alright, so a morally gray character. Huh. So morally gray. So stop that recording. It's morally gray. Don't know if I have that because I don't know anything about these books over here. So I don't know. Hold on one second. Alright. So I'm going to choose Nevernight. This is book 1 by Jay Kristoff of the Nevernight series. I know he does a lot of morally gray, almost grim dark, kind of those type characters. I know for that. So I will choose this one. I did start it between February and now, but I haven't gotten very far. I'm only 44 to 45 pages in, but I haven't really got that far into it. So I will put this back on my docket and pick it up and hopefully finish it out and see if I like it enough to get the rest of the series, because this was another challenge this year, is to only buy one book out of a series, so I don't have the whole series and not enjoy it on my shelves. So we will see what I think of it, and that is the book I'm going to choose, even though it's not one of my physical TBR books that I need to read. It would have been on for next year if I don't read it now. So I will put that on as my book. And another badass character, female character, so I can't be sad about that. Alright, so that is book 3, potentially. Like I said, that one. So let us go on. So it's draw number 3. So 4, got 2 draws left to get our total of 5. Alright, so here we go. What do we have? 2 of spades. 2 of spades. So let me get that set up. And these are our prompts. So it could be any random thing. So here we go. I love these wheels when it cooperates. Cover with favorite color on it. So cover with favorite color. That doesn't have to be the whole cover, but it could be on there somewhere. So let me go look at my potentials over here and be right back. Alrighty, so one of my favorite colors is this kind of tealy blue-green color. I wear it a lot in my clothes, though not on film, but I do wear kind of blues a lot. But yeah, this is some of the colors that I am drawn to. This kind of tealy green, blue-green color I'm drawn to a lot. So this book is Inception by Josh Malerman. So this is, I'll read just the tiniest blurb here. Again, this video can get really long if I'm not careful. Alright, it says, boys are being trained at one school for geniuses, girls at another. Neither knows the others exist until now. So this is considered a horror, and this, so the author of Bird Box invites you into a world of secrets and horror in this tantalizing thriller. So it's a thriller, horror type book. I've had it a while. Cannot wait to get into it. So now, yay! I cannot wait to dive in to that. So this is Inception. Sorry, Inspection. I can't read. The reading teacher who cannot read today. One more draw, and then we'll be good for this month. Because I'm also reading a lot of KU books. All right, little girl. Psst, psst. So, all right, now our final draw for this month. You will know before I do. This is a Joker. Yay, this is not our final draw. Let us see what, remind myself, because I think that's an extra draw, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, extra draw, so we get 2 more draws because that's not an actual book. So 2 more draws, because yeah. Try again, and then I have to do 1 more. So 6 books this month. All right, so this is 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs. All right, so let me go find the club suit again. So these are challenges. I didn't tell you that earlier, but it's the challenges. So let me get my, here we go. There it goes. Second chance book. All right, so I have to go to the other room. So all of my second chance books are in my other room, so let me go grab one of those and see what we're going to pick. Yeah, so my battery died, so that was fun. I'm not sure where I left off, but yeah, so I really enjoyed the Throne of Glass series, and I started the, what is it? I have it over here. Started the Crescent series. I really enjoyed that. That's more of her adult series. So I'm going to give this one a second chance and see if I can get into it. I know it's hyped. A lot of people either love it or they don't. So I think that's kind of true for all of her series. Either you're in the camp, I love it, or you're in the camp, I really don't care for it. So yeah. Cannot wait to dive into this one and see what the hype is all about, because like I said, the first time I didn't care for it as much, so we'll see if the second time around, if I enjoy it. If I don't, then it's going to have to go. So yeah, that is my thoughts on that one for A Court of Thorns and Roses, if I can talk. Alright, so since we got the Joker card, joke's on me this time around, because I thought it was only going to be choosing 5 books. We are now choosing 6. So here we go. One more time. Let's see what we got. This is the Jacks. So let me see what a face card. Again, these all have specific meanings behind them. So the Jack of Spades, not the Joker. So Jack of Spades, and see what we have going on with that card. Alright, so from the TBR cup, which is way over here, and hopefully I don't knock anything down. So this is my lovely TBR cup. So we shall see what random pick. I don't get to choose. It chooses, well, technically I do, but I don't get to look over there and choose and see. And if I choose one that I've already chosen, then I choose again. Alright, so what book am I getting off that shelf? Merry and Bright. Merry and Bright. Have I already read that one? I think I have. I think. Let me double check on my, I said I might have read that one already. That sounds familiar. I know I've read the author. Hold on, let me just look at it. Yep, I've already read that one. So that's what happens. My phone is blowing up. So I've already read Merry and Bright, so I have to choose again from the TBR cup. That's okay. That was a really cute book too. Alright, so let's see the second drawing. What do we have? Shining! Shining in the Dark. Not the one I thought it was. Shining in the Dark. So this is going to be short stories. So Shining in the Dark. Because I do not do well with short stories. If you've been around my channel, you know I'm never successful with these. Which you think I would be great at them, but I'm never good with short story collections. Alright, so, and my kitty is rubbing up, so if you saw it shaking, my kitty just rubbed up against it, marking it. Alright, so this is Shining in the Dark. So these are short story collections by Stephen King, Clive Barker, John Ajay, I can't say that one, very foreign, Ramsey Campbell, and many more. So horror authors. So you got The Blue Air Compressor, The Net, The Novel of the Holocaust, Aelina, Pigeon and Teresa, An End to All Things, Cemetery Dance, Drawn to the Flame, The Companion, The Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe I'm familiar with, A Mother's Love, and The Keeper's Companion. Alright, so very creepy stories that apparently I'm going to be reading in the month of June. Yes, so here we go. And that, my friends, are my 6 draws for this month. Yes. Cannot wait. This is, yeah. Again, my mood read could go either way though. So, yeah. That mood read, but it sounds like it's going to be interesting, up my alley. It's vampires. I love vampires, so. Alright, so Shining in the Dark short stories. Alright, so just to recap, well, hold them up, kind of put them in order. They're not in order that I drew them in. They're in height, bigness order. So these are the books that I will be reading. There's 6 of them. With the potential, this one may or may not. We'll see. Alright, so mood read, possibly Shadow Flame. Then the book that for the color generator, Shadows Fall. My morally gray character, Nevernight, which could also go grim dark. Second chance book, A Court of Thorn and Roses. My Jack of Spades. Short story collection, Shining in the Dark, and then my favorite color on the cover, this is Inspection by Josh Malerman. Yep, so that is my TBR for the month of June. Again, I'm still reading a lot off of my Kindle Unlimited. Let me know in the comments down below, have you read any of these authors and any of these books specifically? Did you like them? Did you not? Without spoilers and all of that good stuff down below. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And until my next video, you guys, happy reading. Bye, guys.